Against Slovenia in World Cup qualifying. Nice to have you with us here on ESPN. It's a critical match for both countries. Referee from Spain, Antonio López Nieto. And let's take a look at the starting lineups. Yugoslavia have made one change to the side that defeated Switzerland 2-1 in Basel on Saturday. Zoran Mirković is the man who drops out. He's replaced by Goran Đorović of Deportivo La Coruña.
Well, plenty of experience at the back with Đukić and Đorović. Jokanović in midfield, a very important and talented player. But up front, Milosevic and Mahatovic are probably the players you look to secure them the win.
5 goals for Savo Milosevic in this qualifying campaign. Now for Slovenia, 3 changes to the side that stunned Russia at the weekend. Out go Novak, Čimirović and Achimović, the man who scored the winning goal. In have come Gajser, Ostac and the best-known player Zlatko Zahović, who returns following a one-match ban.
Well, it's a team, as you said, undefeated in the group and should be brimming with confidence after that historic win over Russia. This is going to be a difficult game, you've got to say, for Yugoslavia.
Well, they know it. There's the anticipated formation for Yugoslavia. Milosevic and Kecman up front. Not too many weaknesses there, Eddie.
Well, not at all, and then you throw Mahatovic coming behind him, Derek. It's a talented group. You wonder why they haven't got better results.
And for Slovenia, it depends heavily on Zahović, who likes to play in the hole, just off the front two, Rudonia and Ostac. For Slovenia, Marko Simeunović. Well, Slovenian football has come of age. They're the only undefeated side left in Group 1. They held a world audience completely spellbound at Euro 2000, especially in a topsy-turvy 3-3 draw with Yugoslavia. A similar result would suit the Slovenians tonight. Forward run by the left-back, Boban Dmitrović for Yugoslavia. Gajser operating at right wing-back for the visitors. Plays his club football in Belgium with Ghent. The coach of Slovenia, Sretko Katanec, has promised his team will go for broke. They're on the back foot here. And a free kick it is in favour of Predrag Mijatovic.
Well, just playing in the hole, Mahatovic took up a good position and went right at the Slovenian defence. And the 2 boys in front of him, Milosevic and Kecman, that's a 3-pronged attack for Slovenia to be wary of.
The captain, Aleš was the man who was sliding back in, gave away the free kick. No shortage of options here for Yugoslavia.
Well, anything, Derek, fizzed in at the goalkeeper, skidding along the turf is going to be difficult.
Mijatovic is there, so is Predrag Đorđević. And in the end, the defender, Goran Đorović, has a crack at goal. Deportivo La Coruña man. Moved during the summer from Celta Vigo.
Well, that's just disappointing, really. Conditions dictate you've got to get the ball crept along the ground to make it difficult for keepers.
A rainy night in Belgrade, and the pitch very wet indeed. You can see a few divots kicked up by the players even at this early stage.
Well, there it is. You see the 3 blue shirts. That's what they depend on to score goals. Kecman, Milosevic and Mahatovic coming late.
There's Gajser with the throw for Slovenia. Winning his 13th cap tonight. Trying to find Ostac. Sretko Katanec cut such an impressive figure during Euro 2000. He used to play at international level for the old Yugoslavia.
One thing for sure, this is a heated rivalry and there's going to be no love lost out there. I don't think the football is going to be the best tonight with these atrocious conditions, but there'll certainly be a lot of commitment out there.
Gajser. The ball sticks in the puddle. Milan Ostac going to ground, looking optimistically for the free kick. And that's very confident play indeed, as Boban Dmitrović tried to carry it forward. Zahović had no intention of letting him continue his run. Seemed to get the ball before the man. Free kick was given. Đorović. His 48th cap for Yugoslavia. As Krstajić beside him. Werder Bremen defender in the Bundesliga. Now Milosevic. Cashman was slipping and sliding. Dejan Savicevic at the helm for Yugoslavia these days. He's only 34. Former AC Milan star. Now Milosevic once more. It's the defender's back pedal. For a bit of support, Jokanović. Slaviša Jokanović, the link man in midfield. Playing in that sitting position just in front of the defence.
Yes, playmaker. And he's going to allow Mahatovic to operate in front of him. So all-out attacking lineup, you've got to say, for Yugoslavia, with only 3 central defenders. Plenty of people bombing forward. You see how anxious they are to get on with the business. Mahatovic trying to secure the ball.
Drag Mijatovic. And a tussle there with Marino Galić. So another free kick opportunity for Yugoslavia. Slaviša Jokanović surveys the scene. Once again, it's Đorović. Didn't get any height on that free kick. Ostach. Good play by Milan Ostach. Free kick is given. Zavic going to ground. Fouled by Dmitrović.
Well, as important as it is for Slovenia to defend, Derek, they've got to pose a threat going forward, or else with the talent Yugoslavia have coming at them, I think they'll get overrun.
Mladen Rudonia. Straight down the throat of Ivica Kralj, Yugoslav goalkeeper. Sometimes looks a bit shaky when it comes to dealing with cross balls, Kralj.
Can't afford that tonight, because it's going to be difficult just to hold on to a ball, so you'll see a lot of goalkeepers punching it tonight.
Slovenia really made a name for themselves at Euro 2000. That time going in, Nikola Lazatic on Amir Karic. Free kick to Slovenia. You'd expect to see quite a bit of that this evening. It's difficult conditions in Belgrade. Đorović wins the throw. Came off Rudonia.
Well, Yugoslavia's style is to play a controlled passing game, but it's very hard to get a hold of the ball and make it stick to your foot tonight. So at times you're going to have to play the ball into space and just chase it, hope defenders lose their footing or make a mistake, and hopefully cash in.
Lazatic.
So they love to ping it around, and they're very good at doing that, the Yugoslavs.
Đorđević coming into the move, spotted by Đorović. Now Gajser with the clearance for Slovenia. Slicing it out of play. Slovenia have won their last 3 World Cup qualifying matches. Going great guns. The final game is at home to the Faroe Islands. I feel to draw here, they'll be assured of at least second place in the group.
Yes, and had they not got that last-minute penalty at the weekend against Russia to give them all 3 points, now Yugoslavia's in the driving seat for at least second place.
So much hinging on this fixture. Look again for Rudonia, thwarted by Lazatic. Tidy technical player, Lazatic. Just for Fenerbahce, the Turkish champions. Rudonia, nowadays based in England with Portsmouth. No scoring, 8 minutes on the clock in Belgrade. It's poked away by Đorović. Free kick is given, this time in favour of Ostach. Just a reminder, those of you watching in Latin America, join us for Sports Centre tonight. All the highlights from the top sporting events around the world. Just out Zavic altogether.
Not too much from Slovenia going forward at the moment, Derek, but if they can get the ball played forward and held up, there is space at the back with only 3 Yugoslav defenders.
Oh, that was classy play by Mijatovic. Milosevic holding it up for Đorđević. Jokanović. Now the wide man, Dmitrović. Savo Milosevic. Start with Parma in Serie A. Dmitrović on the left-hand side, and that was a test for the Slovenian defence. Handed away by Galič. And one pass too many. And a few players struggling to keep their feet. No great surprise there. And this is promising. Rudonia for Slovenia. It wasn't a bad attempt. Defenders were slow to get back.
Well, classy. An absolute classic counter-attack. And the ball to split the defence. Found Rudonia latching onto it. Good save by Kralj in the end, but that's a lovely angled ball right to the feet of Rudonia, who was looking for that top corner. Here's the ball played through. It came from Pavlin. It was inch perfect. Split the Yugoslav free at the back. And there was Kralj to the rescue.
First corner for Slovenia, taken by Zavic. And Milinović. 1-0 to the visitors. Željko Milinović. And joy for the travelling Slovenian supporters. 5,000 or 6,000 of them inside the grounds. No reaction from the coach, Sretko Katanic. But that's the ideal start.
Well, Zahovic swings it in. And you've really got to question the marking. Milinović comes for it, but watch how the defender just lets him go. He arcs back for it. Gets a firm header on it, and in these greasy conditions, it's difficult for a goalkeeper. Once that ball fizzes off the turf, Kralj, I'm sure, is going to be disappointed. But watch, they're marked up. Milinović pulls away from Đukić and plants his header low and firm.
That's the third international goal for defender Željko Milinović. He plays his club football in the Japanese J-League. Used to be on the books of Lask Linz in Austria, and the smoke bombs have gone off.
Well, it's just the case on that corner, Derek, of Milinović wanting it more, because Đukić had him marked. He pulled away from him ever so slightly. He really wanted that header as he planted it, textbook style, low into the corner.
There's the scene from behind the goal. Jugoslavia 0, Slovenia 1. Lazetic. Shy away from that challenge. Rudonia. Cross for play from Mijatovic.
It's going to be like that all game. Just an out-and-out battle, warfare out there.
Of course, the breakup of the old Yugoslavia started with a 2-week conflict in Slovenia back in 1991. Used to be part of the same country, not anymore. Handed away by Miroslav Đukić, 35 years of age in his 5th season with Valencia. Rudonia trying to get the better of Lazetic. Free kick to Yugoslavia.
Well, it's so important for Slovenia now. Now they've forged themselves in front, not to give it right back. If they can frustrate Yugoslavia, get the crowd turned against them, they might stand a chance of winning this.
I said earlier, Slovenia, the only unbeaten side in the group. Down goes Mijatovic. Tackle by Milinović, the goal scorer. Well, we hope you're enjoying this wherever you're watching around the world. Group 1 in Europe, World Cup qualifying, Yugoslavia against Slovenia. Željko Milinović with that 11th minute goal, a header following a Zavic corner kick. 1-0 to the upstarts. Eddie Mighton joining me, Derek Ray, for commentary. This promises to be gripping stuff. Tackle comes in from Jokanović.
When you consider you're down to a couple of games left in this group, one game I should say, and there's no time to make up for mistakes now, Derek. It's now or never in terms of getting results.
Predrag Đorđević of Olympiacos, Greek champions. Swept away by Galich, but the referee intervenes. Antonio López Nieto from Spain. Kejman going to ground. Haven't seen too much of Kejman so far.
Well, Milosevic and Kejman haven't been found with any regularity, but credit the back four for Slovenia. Sticking very tight to them. It's a poor challenge, really, with Mahatovic going away from goal. You don't have to make that tackle. Kralj is just impatient here, isn't he? Mahatovic has got it shielded. A tackle you need to make as he's going away from your goal.
Amir Kralj, the Ipswich Town player, was the culprit then. It's Đorđević with the free kick for Yugoslavia, who trail by 1-0. Milosevic, one of the obvious targets inside the box. Here's Đorđević. Problems encountered by the Slovenian defence. Dmitrović. So use Đorđević again.
Well, you hear a few whistles from the crowd, and that's what Slovenia want.
Lazetic getting in behind Rudonia. Impressive play by Nikola Lazetic. It's been a ding-dong battle in the early stages between the pair of them. Milosevic taken away by Milinović for Slovenia. Slovenia doing so well for a country with a population of only 2 million. It's against 11.5 million for Yugoslavia. Comes to Pavlin. A classy left-footed midfielder. Rudonia. Now Zlatko Zavic. Set up the goal for Milinović with that beautifully placed corner kick. Rudonia. Offside.
Well, obviously, Rudonia, you can see, Derek, is a wonderful outlet for them on this left-hand side. A tireless worker. He'll get up and down that flank with Zahovic. And the number 9, Ostrich. They're the three players they look to for the attacks. Marginal decision, that one.
Play by Predrag Mijatovic. Milosevic struggling for control to trap it with his chest. Đorđević. Lazetic. That's Gajser. A useful man to have on the right-hand side. Go up and down the flank all night long. Now Che, the captain. Aleš Che plays for Grazer AK in Austria. And Savicevic and company just struggling to find their rhythm at the moment. And again here, Ostrich. Zavic waiting in the middle. Way by Mladen Krstajić. Rain continues to come down. Can Zavic get there? They'll team up with Gajser.
Yes, he'd stayed in offside position, Gajser. It's good control football, you've got to say, from Slovenia. They've not just resorted to booting the ball away and trying to hold out. They're actually trying to construct things.
Svetsko Katanec spent the bulk of his playing career in Germany. Former Stuttgart favourite. "18 minutes on the clock, 1-0 to Slovenia. Jokanović for Yugoslavia. It's taken away with ease by Aleksander Knavs, and the tackle by Milosevic. Free kick.
Well, see, Knavs has done well because he's marked Milosevic tight and intercepted this one. In his haste to get back, Milosevic committed the foul, but all four at the back for Slovenia, Derek, marking them very tight.
Over the head of Ostic. It's full credit to Slovenia. They've begun this match brightly.
Don't forget, it's a team of stars, but you watch how they function. Everybody functions together, so you can't say they're a complete team that works together.
Both countries know full well that in all likelihood the runners-up in this group will face Romania in the playoffs. We said Russia part of the equation as well. They have already defeated the Faroe Islands 3-0. Forward by Đorović. Here's Milosevic. Đorđević. There's a decent shot on him. Instead using Dmitrović. Tantalising cross. Once again, Rudonia was back there defending. Full of running, this man. It comes again to Đorović. Milosevic. Dummy by the referee. Đorđević. Slithering shots. And appeals for a penalty. They were really half-hearted in nature out there on the park. Once more, Đorović for Yugoslavia. Seemed to hang in the air.
Offside. Obviously, this is going to be the pattern of the match. Yugoslavia now have to chase the game. Here was a scuff shot coming in. It's a risky tackle, isn't it, from Galić? A very dicey one going in on Matovic.
Rudonia. Just waiting for the support to arrive in the middle. Ostic is there and Savic. Good incisive tackle by Lazetic for Yugoslavia. In through the under-21 setup. Kejman foiled by Kralj.
Have a look at the tackle from Galić. Well, you can see he's gone through the legs, but he does win the ball.
Kejman. Đorđević. Good delivery here from Dmitrović. Kejman went after it in the air. Thought of as potentially speaking the next star for Yugoslavia, Mateja Kejman. Savic.
So this is good play from Slovenia. Just taking the heat out of the situation, keeping possession.
Savic taking advantage of the slip by Krstajić. Gajser's free again on the right. To show Dmitrović a clean pair of heels. Aleš to Kralj. It's hard to imagine that this Slovenia side only picked up 1 point from 8 qualifying matches in the last campaign.
Well, and that's the reason this World Cup coming up in Japan and Korea, I think, will be the strongest World Cup we've ever seen, because teams like Slovenia have now come of age and developed into full-fledged international powers.
And on the back foot here, Kejman. Distinctive running style of his. Steered away by Marino Galić. And goal kick it is. Just saw there it came off Kejman last of all. A note for those of you watching in Latin America, we'll have Spanish League football for you on Saturday. Real Madrid against Malaga. Check your local listings for the exact times where you are. League football back this weekend after the break because of the World Cup qualifiers. Well, you had to watch that one all the way. Dejan Stankovic on the bench for Yugoslavia. Midway through the first half on this very soggy night in Belgrade. It's Yugoslavia 0, Slovenia 1.
And of course, Yugoslavia have had the majority of possession, but not done much with it in terms of chances. very few chances to speak of for them.
Đorović sclaffed that one. His haste to control it. Jokanović. To spray it forward for Kajman to go after. Useful contribution by Gajser.
In an important role for them because he's actually the right midfield player, but with the three strikers for Jugoslavia, the number 3 Milinović is tucking inside and Gajser's filling the right back role for him, so he's actually doing two jobs and doing them well.
A wrestling match there between Jokanović and Kralj.
So they're getting a bit antsy, Yugoslavia. They've got to start creating chances.
Lazetic. And up goes Marko Simeunović. Hasn't really been tested yet by Jugoslavia. Krstajić.
I think the work rate by Slovenia is exceptional. The white shirts never stop. Everybody's working for each other, closing people down defensively and then going forward.
Mijatovic. Way off by Milosevic. There's nothing there for Yugoslavia. I wonder if you could make the argument, Eddie, that the conditions are the great enemy for the Yugoslavs here. They're trying to play this one-touch game, but it's difficult on a rain-soaked pitch.
Absolutely. Conditions don't favour their game at all because they play a controlled passing game looking for that right opening. And now they've got to force the issue. It's not their style. They like to be patient.
Milosevic. Given away there by Jokanović. Zlatko Savic was anxious to capitalise.
They need more Yugoslavia. Number 6 on the left, Dmitrović, and 17 on this right. Lazetic. Need a lot more of them to open things up in the middle.
Mijatovic.
See, everything's going through the middle, isn't it? It's very narrow in the way they're attacking.
Once again, they were closed down rather effectively.
Made a bright start to the game, this lad, and hasn't seen much of the ball lately.
Jokanović. Able to get to the ball just before Ostach. Once again, Slaviša Jokanović. It's a very sure-footed play at the back by Milinović. Gajser was there supporting. Frustration here for the home crowd. Remains 1-0 to Slovenia. Here's the man you were talking about earlier, Eddie, Boban Dmitrović. Yugoslavia anxious to get him forward on the left whenever possible.
I think what it is the 3 stars for Yugoslavia, Mijatović, Kajman and Milosevic, all play down the middle. And they do defer to their stars, I think, a bit too much.
Đorović. It's a good run by Kajman and Lazetic. Not wayward in the end, the direction was very decidedly off.
Well, for once, Kajman got loose, just shook his defender off. Lazetic came inside, watched Kajman just shake his defender off. Comes inside, Lazetic, and couldn't get the curl on the shot he was looking for. Nowhere near it.
Well, it's been something of a struggle so far for Yugoslavia here at the Red Star Stadium in Belgrade. World Cup qualifying from Group 1. And Slovenia are in front, Milinović with the goal. And they have to pay attention at the back. Lazetic. Mateja Kajman has to trap the ball and move so quickly inside the box.
See, the 3 shirts immediately converged on Kajman. They're doing such a great job, Slovenia, bottling up that middle.
There's Dmitrović, and he was fouled. And a yellow card, I think. The first of the match. Referee Antonio López Nieto wasn't really in any doubt as the challenge came in here from Kstajić.
Well, it's such a shame because the defenders and midfield players have done such a good job containing, and the striker, Kstajić, trying to help out, commits this free kick, and it's just a bad place to give away a free kick on a night like tonight. Look at the view of the goalkeeper. You favour Mijatović bending this one to the far post or having a pot shot himself.
Here is Predrag Mijatović. Slovenian defence surviving again. Đorović. Can't afford to give away free kicks in that sort of position.
That will come back to haunt you. They defended so well.
There's Kralj.
No need with Milosevic facing the wrong way to bundle through him. And you keep doing it, the law of averages will catch up with you.
And Đorović might fancy his chances this time. And the goalkeeper commits himself, Simeunović. Trifle fortunate then. Đorović once more. He's yet to score at international level for Yugoslavia. Mijatović was up there trying to cause havoc. Once again, it's Gajser for Slovenia. Nobody in support for the forward.
There's the free kick again, and trying to catch a ball on a night like tonight for a goalkeeper is like catching a bar of soap. He opts for the punch. Almost scuffed it.
Now then, forward goes Mijatović. That won't count. Milosevic.
Was the right decision.
Referee had spotted the infringement.
That was a clever move by Mijatović, trying to get away with one, but he's whipped the legs of the defender away.
And restored in the home technical area. Dejan Savicevic right on the end there.
Yeah, you see it. He just stuck his leg in, didn't he? Hope he'd get away from it.
It's Mijatović again for Yugoslavia. Headed away by Knavs, and this time a bit of relief for the Slovenian defence.
Difficult, isn't it? Facing attack after attack after attack. It's very difficult for defenders who are constantly working to not make mistakes.
Pavlin going down there. Electronic scoreboards flashing the scoreline into the night sky. A rainy night it is. 1-0 to Slovenia. Rudonia keeps going. Fronted by Lazetic. The pair of them will be dreaming about one another tonight, Lazetic and Rudonia.
But Rudonia's done so well because he's cancelled out Lazetic. And Yugoslavia could use him at the moment.
Zavic. Lazetic it was who took him out. Zlatko Zavic with the free kick for Slovenia, who lead by 1-0. Wasn't a bad effort. The timing just a little bit off.
What a great ball into the box.
And that was Milinović again. Scored the goal back in the 10th minute.
I tell you, he's timed his run, and you watch the ball, it's just a fraction too high. Yes, he could get his head to it, but he couldn't climb above it and head it down. Krstajić, he's got his side right. Defensively, they're playing well. Their mentality is good. And they're frustrating a talented Yugoslav outfit.
Mateja Kecman leading the line for Yugoslavia. Milinović just requiring a bit of treatment here. They play on without him. Yugoslavia 0, Slovenia 1.
Not sure if when that ball just hit him off the set play, whether he picked up the cut there from an elbow or something.
Đorović. See if Mijatovic can get in behind Kralj. Hanging ball and a push by Milosevic. Big bustling striker. It's very much part of his game. Bumping Simeunović. And well, now you see the blood gushing.
Milosevic's got his eyes focused on the ball. Bundled into the back of Simeunović. As Mijatovic stood this cross up. Just lofted it, didn't he, Mijatovic? Always favouring the goalkeeper.
11 minutes left for play in the first half. Good driving play by Amir Kralj, and Rudonja's free again. Trying to beat Lazetic, and it must be! Oh, a free shot. And the offside flag was up in any case, as Zabic got into position right in the middle there.
Once again, Rudonja on the overlap. He's well found. Look at that ball, the outside of the foot. Just poked through to Rudonja. And off he marched down the left-hand side. I think it was Pavlin once again who's shown brilliant distribution from that midfield.
Very much the orchestrator, Miran Pavlin. Dmitrović. It's been a bit quiet. Milosevic now. Dmitrović making as if to cross.
This is great from Slovenia. They're just not allowing Jugoslavia to breach behind them, to get into wide areas or to get into the box very easily. Just keep defending.
Slovenia have shown that there are no mugs on the counter-attack. Rudonja couldn't get there on that occasion. Kishman and Lazetic. Oh, that tackle by Đorović was a bit dodgy, and there was one before that. Down went Ostec.
Well, Rudonja got hurt by his own player, I think. Ostec, both desperately trying to retrieve the ball.
Here's the scoreline. If you've just joined us here on ESPN, Yugoslavia 0, Slovenia 1. This footballing battle of border rivals. And that was the tackle you were referring to, Eddie.
Yep, both players trying to win it. Neither could stop themselves. Watch here, they're both committed there. That's two express trains colliding.
Well, we have a moment. Let's just remind you that American football will be on your screens on Sunday here on ESPN. You'll be able to see the Miami Dolphins Tennessee Titans game. That'll be on Monday for those of you down under. Mladen Rudonja receiving treatment here. As we said, playing for Portsmouth, his 11th professional club.
New times for Portsmouth, isn't it? With Graham Ricks and Harry Redknapp at the helm. He looks a good player, Rudonja.
They're minus Rudonja just at the minute. The rain absolutely unrelenting tonight here in Belgrade.
I don't think Yugoslavia have done themselves any favours there. They've got three big guns up front. And if you count the number of touches they've had, it's not been too many. They've got to play the ball forward quicker.
Headed behind for the corner kick that time. No chances taken by Željko Milinović. And Rudonja is keen to return. Well, it looked as though he was going to return seconds ago. A substitution, though, is being made here. And Sebastian Cimirotic takes his place. And here comes the corner. Jokanović. Oh, the flashing header, and a superb save by Marko Simeunović. Kishman was up there. And a brilliant piece of goalkeeping it was. It'll be another corner. Simeunović again, punching it away. The whistle comes to his aid, and the Slovenian defenders can breathe again.
Well, they finally played an early ball into the box, Yugoslavia, and it was a great ball in that caught Slovenia on the back foot. Wonderful ball in by Jokanović, swung it to the far post. And it was a terrific header, wasn't it? Not sure who it came from. It looked like Kecman, to be honest. He's whipped it in, and that's a top draw save.
Superb stuff from Marko Simeunović. As we said, Dmitrović has come on for Rudonia. Dmitrović, who plays for Lecce in Italy. It's his 11th cap.
Big loss for Slovenia. It's going to take this lad here, Savincic, if I'm saying his name right, time to get involved.
We'll let you off. There's Đorović. A direct player. That scuffed shots more than anything else by Mijatovic. They've been cleared by Gajser. And pushing off there, Milan Ostac. Rightly penalised.
I think that header moments ago, I think it was from Kecman. It's just a great example, Derek, of if you can play it forward quicker for Yugoslavia. You've got talent up there who feed on service like that, who can provide a finish.
Forward by Amir Karic. Ostac and Zavic.
Good effort.
Slithering shots all along the ground. Could easily have caught out goalkeeper Kralj.
Good effort, not on his favourite foot, but he was willing to have a go.
Umbrellas are a prerequisite tonight. Vast sections of this ground are wide open. Đorović. Very comfortable on the ball. Đorović, held by Pavlin.
Well, after that great result at the weekend, coming back against Switzerland, Yugoslavia looked flat.
Đorović. We take a free kick. We're not confusing you. We have a Đorović and a Đorđević lineup for Yugoslavia. There's Đorđević, the follically challenged one.
Too much for me, that is.
Đukić at the back. So Yugoslavia with that decisive edge in terms of possession.
It's a whopping edge, but they've done nothing with it, and that's the most important thing.
Kecman to stay on his feet, to no avail. Forward goes Dmitrović. Oh, look at that, running a couple of challenges with aplomb. Still going. It was quite a run.
It was like Bambi on ice, wasn't it? But he kept his feet.
Play on, says Spanish referee Antonio López Nieto. Dmitrović once more. Pavlin.
Good covering that from Lazatic. Had to.
This first half is ebbing away in Belgrade. Likewise, Yugoslavia's prospects of qualifying for the World Cup finals if this continues.
They're flat, aren't they? They just look emotionally and physically flat.
That's a better ball. Milosevic positioned in the middle. Could easily have caught out Simeunović.
Well, if your strength is down the middle, you've got to give them a chance. And this is a ball again from Jokanović. Played early, over the top. And Sava Milosevic is a quality striker who feeds on service like that. Just off target that time.
Hope you'll stay with us at half-time here on ESPN. We'll take a look at some of the other scores in World Cup qualifying on this Wednesday night. And we'll bring you all the first-half highlights.
Well, one thing for sure, Slovenia are no flukes. You know, unbeaten in the group, and they look every bit a quality side.
Quality here from Mijatovic. Now Kecman. Oh, a hopeful ball. And as you said, Eddie, yes, very poor delivery.
It's just in a haste. And when you're chasing the game, everything you do has to be done a bit quicker. And Kecman, perhaps a little too quick there.
Endured a nightmare at Euro 2000, of course. Receiving a red card just seconds after he made his debut in that competition. Ostic trying to hold it up. He's rather comfortably with his back to goal. Jimiritic. A real opportunity to get there. Well, they're getting a soaking here in the Yugoslav capital tonight.
They've seen nothing from their team to lift their spirits, because it's been a flat performance from the Yugoslavs. Certainly Savicevic has got some work to do at half-time, just motivating this group and getting them refocused.
Well, they were very surprised, Yugoslavia, that Slovenia prevailed against Russia at the weekend. He and Savicevic admitted that at the news conference yesterday. Didn't feel they had the strength to beat the Russians, but they did, and it has complicated the equation in this particular World Cup qualifying section, Group 1.
Well, because Yugoslavia know they have to win tonight, and Slovenia could live with a draw because it still gives them control of their destiny.
Jimiritic, and free kick will go to Yugoslavia. Well, there's no let up on the weather front.
Very interesting to see the bulk of the play in the midfield, but Yugoslavia, for all their possession, Derek, have only had 30% of the play in the attack, and that's been the problem.
Đorović. Oh, cool turn there by Jokanović. Composed play. Krstajić. And that was a very disappointing final ball. 2 minutes to be added on. Zavic. Astonishing rate of striking for Zavic at this level. 30 goals and 59 internationals. He was dropped recently for the friendly against the Czech Republic. Svetsko Katanec warning Zavic that he must play for the team, not for himself.
Well, a goal every other game, international level.
Can't really argue with that.
Phenomenal.
Pavlin. And clinging to him was Jokanović. Free kick to Slovenia. 1 more minute of stoppage time to come at the end of this first half.
I think Yugoslavia, both teams, are looking forward to the half-time interval more than anyone. They need to get reshuffled and refocused.
Jimiritic. Hemmed in there by Lazetic. Kralj with the cross. And he flaps at it. Ivica Kralj. We talked earlier about his lack of ability when it comes to dealing with cross balls.
He showed up there. Fortunately, there was no one to cash in and embarrass him at the far post.
This might be the final chance of this first half. Kralj doing the fouling. Jokanović. This is Krstajić. Just about sums up this first half effort by Yugoslavia. They trail 1-0 to their border rivals Slovenia. Željko Milinović with that headed goal in the 11th minute, following a Zlatko Zavic corner kick. Joy for the travelling supporters, and you can certainly make the case that they deserve to be in front, Eddie.
Well, the set play goal was important, but they have defended so well, Slovenia, Derek.
Yugoslavia desperately searching for new ideas in the second half. The under 45 minutes in Belgrade. Yugoslavia 0, Slovenia 1. Victory for Slovenia will effectively end Yugoslavia's hopes of qualifying for the finals. That wouldn't mathematically be the case. It would make it awfully difficult for the home side. 1-0 to Slovenia at half-time. Just only one match in this qualifying group. That defeat coming at the hands of Russia, but they're trailing here. Slovenia prepared to kick off the second half, attacking the goal to our right. The tactics were perfect in these difficult conditions in the first 45 minutes. They took the lead through Željko Milinović, heading home that Zavic corner kick. And it leaves Yugoslavia with an uphill struggle. No luck there for Milosevic. Such a stylish player, Zavic. There was those mischievous little flicks. On the ball again now. Pavlin. Perfect foil for Zavic in many ways.
You see both teams have, sets of players have changed strips, Derek. Half time, got a chance to dry off, get into a nice, comfortable uniform. No such luck for the fans.
No, they're being drowned. Drenched. Đorović. Kejman had made that central run. It's very much part of Kejman's game, Eddie, is running off the ball. Comes to Jokanović. And again, no drama. No needs for the defenders to panic. Simirotic. Fouling Jokanović.
Well, it's a disappointing ball in the end from Lazetic, and it's exactly what Yugoslavia have been looking for. Something down the wings and a quality ball in for the strikers waiting, but Lazetic's ball was poor.
Now Ostac for Slovenia. Having a shot at goal. Zavic was anxious for the ball to be played to him.
He's been quite impressive to me, Ostac. He holds the ball up so well, gets turned, goes at defenders. The shot was not what he was looking for, but he's held the ball up well to allow Slovenia to attack.
Plays his club football in Israel with Hapoel Tel Aviv. Ostac it was who found the net against Russia at the weekend. Even though he didn't start the match, he came on as a substitute. Krstajić wasn't terribly happy with that decision. There's Gajser with the throw for Slovenia. Straight at Dmitrović. Lots of concentration, I think, there by Saša Gajser.
Well, no change in tactics for Yugoslavia, but let's see if there's a change in mental approach. And a more direct approach, maybe, a sense of urgency, for sure.
Miroslav Đukić in the centre of the Yugoslav defence. Jokanović. Lazetic with a cross for Kejman. And Đorović is there. Into that forest of legs. Lazetic. Crucial player for Yugoslavia on the right. As the ball sticks again on the very wet surface. There's further evidence. Looked as though Ostac went to ground just as that move was developing, and scrap for the ball, pushing and shoving. Jokanović was involved, so too Pavlin, and the referee has to separate both sides. It's all a bit messy for a second there, Eddie.
Well, the stakes are high, the temperatures are most certainly rising. Obviously, with the conditions, you're going to get one or two.
There's a booking for Pavlin and Jokanović, I think, as well. Yes, Pavlin and Jokanović going into the book of Spanish referee Antonio López Nieto. Almost 5 minutes into the second half. There's Đorović lining up the free kick for the home side. Milosevic is up there, so to Kejman. Đorović, well, he overhit it completely. Asking a lot of Đorović to get there. If this continues, I would imagine, Eddie, it won't be too long before Dejan Savicevic looks for potential solutions on the substitutes bench.
Well, obvious candidates are 18 Kovacevic and I think 15 Stankovic. Two very attacking-minded players.
Slovenia, Achimovic left out of the side tonight. He's on the bench. He scored at the weekend. Plays his club football in this very stadium. Slavia continue to knock the ball around confidently enough, but they lack that cutting edge in the final third.
Well, I'm sure Dejan Savicevic is not going to wait too long to introduce his subs.
Dejan Stankovic, one of the players you were talking about, Eddie, warming up there.
Good player, obviously. A talented player down the wings, and Kovacevic, a fantastic striker if they need some new options. But Slovenia have got to go forward, Derek. They can't just sit on this league because there's too much talent and they'll get caught.
There's Kovacevic. Now Đorović trying to work the 1-2, and he's in. Đorović, the equaliser. It's his first international goal, and it's a timely one for Yugoslavia. The supporters are singing in the rain now. Predrag Đorđević bamboozling the Slovenian defence.
Well, it's the 1-2. He started it, played the 1-2. Well, watch the mistake from Đukić. It just goes through his legs there. Doesn't control it. And it pays off for Yugoslavia. Milosevic plays the 1-2. You've got to question Đukic's contribution. But Đorđević continued his run, kept his cool under pressure, and tucked it low under the goalkeeper.
A vital goal this for Yugoslavia. The 1-2 between the pair of them, Đorđević and Milosevic. And out of the reach of goalkeeper Simeunović.
Well, just watch the number 5 come across Đukić. Here's the 1-2 between the two players. And he gets the ball just stuck in his feet. Perhaps just should have took a swing at it to clear the danger. It breaks for Đorđević. And he wasn't going to waste the opportunity. Game on.
Of that, there is no doubt. Yellow card for Boban Dmitrović. I'm not quite sure what that was all about. Fourth player to be booked, as Lazetic sweeps up at the back for Yugoslavia. Now Kecman, that little flick. It's a tear away from a couple of defenders. It's poked out of play by Knavs. Milosevic played his part in the creation of that goal by Đorđević. They found their second wind here, Yugoslavia. Đorović. Routine catch for Simeunović.
Well, Slovenia need a spell now where they just calm things down and try and take some of the heat of the situation. As Yugoslavia are rampant now.
As their tails are up. And there was a wonderful piece of skill by Predrag Đorđević. Relief, I'm sure, for Dejan Savicevic.
I think they've been proud of that one himself, Savicevic, the former striker.
Well, they forced Slovenia onto the back foot in the second half. Forward come the visitors now. Oh, Kecman, that was delightful stuff. Trying to link up with Mijatovic. Đorđević supporting to the left. Play on, suspicion of a foul. And oh, Lazetic it was. He tried to launch his right foot in the direction of the ball.
Well, it was that man, number 7, Gajser. He's been everywhere, covering around. And he knew nothing about that one as it bopped him on the head. Anxious moments for Katanic and his side. Watch here. Covering around, the ball's floated at the far post. Aimed at Lazetic. And it's just hit him on the head, hasn't it, Gajser?
Milosevic is up. That's Yugoslav corner. So too Krstajić, the defender. And Simeunović. Very happy to be able to scoop that up. Shot came in from Mijatovic. This is a good spell of pressure by Yugoslavia.
Well, it's hit low. Mijatovic trying to creep it in. But more importantly, the goalkeeper's held onto it.
Mijatovic again. And really challenged from the back by Kecman. So much hype ahead of this match, and I think it's fair to say it's lived up to its billing. World Cup qualifying here on ESPN. Yugoslavia 1, Slovenia 1. Đorović cancelling out that earlier strike by Milinović for Slovenia. Savić. He'll stretch it off here. He can never afford to lose a player of his influence.
To be honest, I wasn't sure, didn't see it myself, Derek, how he picked up this injury. It looks like they're working on his groin there. Maybe he's just pulled his groin trying to execute a play for them. They're not messing around. It looks like they're going to make the substitution right away.
Yes, Savić has been replaced by Milenko Acimovic. Acimovic, who, as we said, plays here for Red Star Belgrade. I was saying yesterday, this match will be so difficult for me. Used to having the crowd back him. They're against him now. Acimovic, who scored, of course, in the 2-1 victory over Russia at the weekend, and that tackle was biting in nature, coming in from Amir Karic. Well, what a yellow card for Karic.
Yes, what you've seen at half-time is Yugoslavia. I think Savicevic has just had a go at his players, and he's got them revved up, and certainly both sets of players are now just battling, and that's all it is now. Forget tactics and technique, it's just battling.
5 bookings doled out by Antonio López Nieto. I don't think Kralj can complain about his. Once again, Kezman showing for the ball, moves into that deep position and races back towards the centre forward position. And Dmitrović. Support there from Krstajić. It's clever play. Kezman had to get the break of the ball. Fired away by Milinović. Not much pomp without much ceremony. Slovenia forced back onto their heels. Gajser with the half-hit clearance. Comes to Jokanović. It's a good ball. And Mijatovic, oh, he had 2 chances. And Simeunović is able to grab hold of it, but it's all Yugoslavia just at the minute, Eddie Maiton.
And it was Jokanović in midfield there, pulling the strings. Look at this angle ball to the far post. It's a misheader from Mijatovic. It comes back to him, and he couldn't get any purchase behind the shot to trouble the goalkeeper.
Well, Slovenia can ill afford a slip-up at this stage. They looked very comfortable for long stretches of the first half, but the opening 13 minutes of the second half have belonged to Yugoslavia. They're back on level terms. Milosevic.
What it is the quick 1-2s that Yugoslavia are playing, which means they've upped the tempo of the match. That's upsetting Slovenia.
Lazatic on the right. Milosevic. Still Milosevic. And he goes to ground. He looks optimistically at the referee. He was playing for the penalty more than anything else after the ball had really gone forwards.
It's a shame. 1 touch too many. He's put the ball on his favourite left foot. You think he's going to have a crack. And then he's put his head down again, looking to weave through. I think he was begging for that one.
Well, there is Zlatko Savić. Not to be replaced. Acimovic coming on. Offside flag was up in any case against Milan Ostrc.
Well, this is perhaps the biggest test of Slovenia's campaign to this date. I think this second half will tell you everything about their character, their ability to go forward in this World Cup.
Mijatovic, fouled by Milinović. Looked to me as though Mijatovic was rather eager to go to ground. But they have a spring in their step now, do Yugoslavia. Back header by Galić. Simeunović is there. Acimovic. The tackle comes in from Krstajić. Well, he's a worried man at the moment, Svetsko Katanec. Just a reminder to join us for our live coverage on Tuesday of the UEFA Champions League. It'll be match day 1, Roma versus Real Madrid. That'll be Wednesday early, if you're watching down under. A mouth-watering opening fixture. Join Mike Hill and Tommy Smith for all the commentary. Đukić with the tackle that time. No real pressure on the goalkeeper, Ivica Kralj. These attacks coming in waves now for Yugoslavia. Jokanović. Kejman. Aleš there, helping out the defence. Followed by Kralj. So it's a very unhelpful playing surface. It's been raining all day and all night here in Belgrade. Dmitrović. Now using Mijatović. Oh, scratching and clawing with Saša Gajser, and the referee calls him over. It's another booking, the 6th of this match. Gajser.
Well, he was always struggling once Mijatović turned inside him. Gajser was beaten, really, and now he's made a decision right there that he's going to halt the attack.
That's the 4th Slovenian caution of the evening. Mijatović with a free kick. A long way to go here in Belgrade. At the moment, the pertinent question would be, can Slovenia hang on? Dmitrović. Play. Kejman. A live wire up front. Jokanović almost played Lazetic in.
This is it. This is what we're going to see. Pretty much the entire second half. Yugoslavia see the puzzle in front of them, and they're trying to solve it.
The left back, Dmitrović. Milosevic. Anxious to get rid of the ball. It's such a good technical team. Mijatović. And that was Gajser again. Well, Mijatović wanted the decision to go his way. The referee wasn't impressed with the appeal.
Well, it's a good turn here from Mijatović, but once he gets going, he plays the ball here. He's got no chance of reaching it. I think he just takes a dive there.
This is the scene here at the Red Star Stadium. See the huge running track separating the fans from the pitch. It's backs to the wall stuff now by Slovenia. Down went Miran Pavlin seconds ago. Scored the equaliser against the Ukraine in that playoff for Euro 2000 in the second leg match. That's when Slovenia really first came to prominence. Ukrainians were strongly fancied to beat them in the playoff matches. Didn't turn out that way. They've gone from strength to strength since then. Well, laid off by Simirovic. It's good play. Simovic supporting. Đorović there to tidy up. Now Milosevic. Excellent. Mijatović. There's Kejman. Turning on the style again, and the flashing header. Mijatović had made the run into the middle, having given the ball to Kejman in the first place. Just couldn't keep the header down.
That's as good a piece of football as we've seen tonight. That move started deep in Yugoslavia's own half. It ends up with Kejman flashing it in for Mijatović. And the difficulty of the header was he had to reach back for it. He couldn't control it down. Wonderful piece of football that was.
20 minutes into the second half. Still 25 minutes for Yugoslavia to unlock the Slovenian defence. Another free kick in favour of Mijatović. He's certainly been in the wars in this match, especially in the second half. Željko Milinović doing the fouling. Free kick taken by Đorović. Put away by Jesús. And the free kick this time to Slovenia.
Well, anytime they can just take their time, Slovenia, have a walk around, take the heat out of the situation, they certainly will do it.
Victor Esquina Torres, the fourth official there, right beside Ivan Gvozdenovic, 23-year-old Red Star Belgrade defender, and he takes the place of the injured Mladen Krstajić. So the youngster thrust into the spotlight here. It's his first international appearance. The defenders for Yugoslavia haven't had to work all that hard in the second half. Just as I say that, Đukić is put to the test.
Well, it wasn't the substitution that Yugoslavia necessarily wanted to make, but injury dictated. You make the change there.
Yugoslavia 1, Slovenia 1. A nail-biter of a World Cup qualifying match.
And what you're seeing now, Derek, is one of the quality teams in Group 1 is going to go out. Russia is a quality team. Slovenia proven it tonight. They're up to it. And Yugoslavia, we knew about perhaps their pedigree. One of these three is not going to be in the World Cup.
Well, if it ends in a draw, it would in many ways be the perfect result for Russia. It would leave them needing just a win over Switzerland to finish first in the group. As I said, Slovenia fancy their chances in their final match, home to the Faroe Islands. Likewise, Yugoslavia will be at home to Luxembourg. So in many ways, this is it for both countries.
Well, I feel so, because that scenario, a 1-1 draw here, gives the onus to Russia to win the group, and Slovenia and Yugoslavia really should walk over their final opposition, so it would be as you were.
A draw would leave Yugoslavia in third place.
So they've gone off the ball now, Yugoslavia. They've got to keep piling the pressure on and not give Slovenia a way out.
A mistake by the substitutes. Gvozdenovic. And a free kick to Slovenia ensues. Down goes Jesús. Looked a bit raw, Ivan Gvozdenovic, just seconds ago. Foul in the end by the left-back, Dmitrović. Gvozdenovic scurrying to get back.
Look how many men they put forward. They believe they can score from set plays.
Jesús and Kralj, oh, again. All at sea.
Well, you mentioned it earlier, and so far Kralj hasn't really caught anything, has he?
Free kick taken by Jesús. Now they have to concentrate at the back for Slovenia. Jokanović. It's a good-looking ball. Krstajić. And slightly better delivery with Milosevic waiting at the near post. Slovenia trying to string the passes together. Gajser almost had an accident with the camera stand. Gvozdenovic with the throw. Yugoslavia still with a healthy edge in terms of possession. Đorović, his shirt was being pulled. I think another yellow card is about to be produced by the Spanish referee. Hasn't shied away from them this evening. That is number 7. And it goes to Milenko Jesús. This is his 32nd international appearance. It's 5 Slovenian bookings now, Eddie.
Well, I'm not surprised, López.
Đorović, offside against Milosevic.
Certainly in Spain's La Liga, he's notorious for ruling the game with the card, but it's the type of surface you're playing on. You're going to get mistimed tackles. Marginal, just off the shoulder, wasn't he?
Lovely. No. All that work counted for nothing. Kecman. Milosevic by his side, trying to release Kecman.
Well, they just keep forcing it down the middle, and you wonder why they've got the two wing-backs out there, because they certainly don't use them, Yugoslavia. They get into their mind, ball through the middle, and that's where Slovenia are the strongest.
19 minutes left for play here at the Red Star Stadium in Belgrade. It's World Cup qualifying, and it's dramatic stuff on this Wednesday night. 1-1 the score. Slovenia trying to hit on the counter-attack. Oh, a drive coming in that time from the substitutes. Simirovic got into an excellent position, and I'm not sure exactly how much Kralj knew about it.
Well, he felt he had to go it alone, didn't he, Simirovic? He did have support with Ostrec in the middle, but he felt he had to go it alone and put the shot into the side netting.
The voice you hear is that of Eddie Maiton, joining me, Derek Ray, for commentary. Thrilling match unfolding in front of us. Should it end 1-1, I think it would go down as an excellent result for Slovenia and for Russia. The net losers would be Yugoslavia.
Well, you saw at half-time, 4 shots for Yugoslavia, and they really haven't increased too much on that number in the second half, despite getting a goal back. Very disappointing, I should say, attacking output from Yugoslavia.
He was pushing off that time over on the far side. Simirovic.
I don't think Dejan Savicevic can wait too much longer before bringing on some changes. Kovacevic maybe, Stankovic. Options that come to mind readily.
Jokanović for Yugoslavia. And the free kick to the home side. What can Đorović conjure up here? They pushed Miroslav Đukić forward. He's beside Kecman. No chances taken by Simeunović. Oh, that was hit with ferocity. But the offside flag had already been raised.
It was Dmitrović who came in and hit that one. Now is the time for reinforcements.
Yes, now is the time for Stanković. The man you mentioned earlier, Eddie, and it will be Lazetic going off. Seen flashes from Nikola Lazetic on the right-hand side, but in many respects, he's flatter to deceive.
Well, I don't think it's been his fault. I think he's played well, but they've just starved him of service because Yugoslavia choose to attack down the middle. Haven't used the width in the least, and this lad is very good as a wide option. Will they use him? That's the question.
Well, they have 16 minutes in which to do so. Milosevic. As the substitutes comes into the move, Gvozdenovic, can he get there? Was out of play after all that. This 1-1 score spells bad news for Yugoslavia. They need a goal.
Once again, down the middle. Slovenia, I think, just know it's coming down the middle now, and they're set for them.
Another injured player.
I think it was
Pavlin.
Yeah, number 11.
Goal by Jokanović, yeah.
He's gone for the ball, got the ball, but caught Pavlin on the follow-through.
Quarter of an hour remaining. It's a rainy Red Star Stadium in Belgrade. Still 1-1. Reminder for those of you watching in Latin America, you can see live Spanish League football on Sunday. We'll take you to the new camp for Barcelona against Rayo Vallecano. Eddie will be joined by Mike Hill for commentary.
all the passion following the goal that Yugoslavia demonstrated just seeped away, hasn't it? And they've gone back to almost being stuck in neutral again.
Milosevic. So comfortable with his back to goal. Now Miroslav Đukić. Was Denović. Not sure if it was a cross or a shot. I'm not even sure if it was Denović himself. That was the answer to that question.
Well, it's gone stale, and I think another change is coming. Kovacevic is stripped and ready. It's Yugoslavia going to roll the dice for the third and final time.
There's never been a winning side in matches between these two countries. That memorable 3-3 draw, Euro 2000, 1-1 draw in Ljubljana earlier in the qualifying campaign. It's 1-1 here. Kovacevic is ready, ready to go.
Kezman's the man, for me, would come off. He just hasn't done enough.
Your prophetic qualities are coming to the fore again.
You're obviously not going to take off Mahatovic and Milosevic. They're your big guns, and the three of them haven't done a terribly lot in attack, but Kezman for me has been the most disappointing of the three.
This probably indicates willingness on the part of Dejan Savicevic to sanction a more direct approach.
I don't think that's their way, Derek. They just love to stroke it around and link passes, and I think it's a mistake in conditions like this. You've just got to roll the dice, throw it forward and expect mistakes from defenders.
He's more of a direct player, is Kovacevic. Well, the shooting chance was there. Kovacevic to latch onto it just outside the penalty area. But it comes again, Mijatovic. Well, ballooning the header over the top. On down. There's Željko Milinović. Of course, suffered that wound earlier just beside the eye, or just above the eye.
Plenty of players in the box for Yugoslavia, but once again some brave defending from Milinović. And Slovenia, got to say, have held firm at the back. They've bent a couple of times. No question they haven't broken.
Man for man, you might say they're inferior to Yugoslavia, but as a team, Sretko Katanec has moulded, put together a very impressive unit.
Well said. Absolutely spot on there. And with 12 minutes to go, they know what's at stake. There'll be no letdown from Slovenia. It's up to Yugoslavia. They're going to have to conjure something up rather than expecting a gift.
Đorđević scored the equaliser. Denović.
So they're overplaying the football, don't you think, Derek? They're just doing too much in sloppy conditions. Look at the pitch, it's cut up. It's not ideal at all for good football.
And Slovenia, in many respects, seem to have understood that better than Yugoslavia. Struck away by Galić. Kralj is shadowing Kovacevic. Looking for the corner kick, he'll get it. Marko Kovacevic. And Slovenia are anxious to make their third and final substitution. For that we have the corner. And there was a push. Goalkeeper SimeunovičMladen is down. And the referee calling for the Slovenian physio, Sintalo Domagoj. So Rajko Tavsar plays for the German club Nuremberg, will replace Cimeritic. So it's one substitute for another here. That's interesting.
Yeah, very curious, this one. I see a sub come in. And this lad came in to replace Zahovic. Maybe they got it wrong.
I wonder if the signals were a bit confusing.
Well, they're just going to wait for the goalkeeper first, I think, Derek. They're just going to have a wait, because he looks like he's taking a bang. I actually feel that was the intended sub, but now they're going to have to wait. What's the goalkeeper here? And he's grabbing his calf. He's going down in a heap, the goalkeeper. So he's just going to wait and see what's what.
Well, the reserve keeper, Mladen Dabanovic, is ready. See here, just got caught. Just below the knee, I think.
Yes, he grabbed his calf muscle, I think, initially, and he just pulled it as he went up. You can see they're going to wait on the sub. Katanek just told number 15 to have a wait. Let's see what's happening before we make a decision.
So a delay here while treatment is administered to Marko Simeunović. And I think the substitution will have to take place. He's collapsed again. And there is Mladen Dabanovic, 29-year-old Lokeren goalkeeper in the Belgian league, the Eerste Klasse. Referee looks at his watch. Sure, he'll take this into account when it comes to calculating how much stoppage time should be added on. We ought to have a fair chunk, I would think, Eddie Mighton.
Well, with all subs used, that's 3 minutes, 6 subs. And this time here, tack on another couple of minutes. Let's say 5.
You won't be far wrong.
Well, this is a big test now. Coming off the substitutes bench. Cold, wet, maybe. And now he's got to do a job with Jugoslavia threatening.
Simeunović has acquitted himself rather well in this match. Certainly made a bigger impression on us than his opposite number, Kralj. As we said, the final match day in this group will be the 6th of October. Yugoslavia and Slovenia ought to beat Luxembourg and the Faroe Islands respectively. A slightly trickier fixture for Russia against Switzerland, who have no chance of qualifying for the finals.
And again, it just says the result here, I think, shapes this group.
Well, this man has survived. Chimirutic. He's about to be replaced as he links up with Pavlin. So difficult for players to keep their feet. Clumsy play again by Yugoslavia. And, well, appeals for offside as down goes Ostac. And Kralj pushing Đukić out of the way. Well, that could easily have been the second goal for Slovenia. The Yugoslav defence went to sleep, but now at the other end, layoff was by Đorđević. Here's Mijatović. Goal kick. Thrilling stuff here, Eddie.
Yes, Savicevic doesn't disguise his feelings. You can see exactly what's going through him at the moment. Mijatović trying to curl it into the far post for Milosevic. Here was a chance, and the lad's just falling over himself, hasn't he? Ostrich. Or else he's cleaning on goal. Just lost his footing.
I think the Yugoslav defenders all expected the offside flag to be raised. It didn't come. And had Ostac been able to stay on his feet, it would surely have been 2-1. And now at the other end, Mijatović. And a couple of players waiting to pounce. One of them was Kovacevic. It's another corner kick to Yugoslavia.
I'm just seeing some brave defending. This is Kralj. Under threat, he's taken a safe route out, but it's just bravery at the back from Slovenia.
Đorđević with the corner. Oh, right across the face of the goal, and Mijatović. So near.
He's either hit the post or that's been stopped on the line.
Sounded like the rattle of the post. Well, Gajser in a tussle there with Đorović.
The ball's travelled a long way across to Mijatović, who was sniffing on the far post. And he gets a clean shot in. Let's have a look at it. There's number 8. Flick onto him.
It was the post.
He pinged the post, didn't he? How unlucky that is, because he's absolutely hit it to near perfection.
5 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. And we think that might amount to 4 or 5 minutes at least. sure reserve goalkeeper Dabanovic is rather relieved that that bounced off the post.
So that's Yugoslavia's way to build up nice and carefully, but they're going to have to throw that out the window pretty soon because time is against them.
And a draw will make it very difficult indeed for Yugoslavia to qualify for the World Cup finals in Korea and Japan next summer.
Poor foul by Kralj. You just don't want to give that away at this time in the match.
There's the score, one apiece. Milinović for Slovenia, Đorović for Yugoslavia. Đorović with a free kick, and Dabanovic, well,
welcome to the game.
Yeah, displaying his butterfinger tendencies there. Wasn't a difficult ball to judge. The rain can make life awkward.
Let's fizz a couple more into the box and see what he's about from Yugoslavia.
Zdenović. Mijatovic has had his moments in this match. It's Zdenović again. He keeps it in play, beating Ostat. Or did he? No. Goal kick. Wasn't much in that.
You had to be right on the line, and that's what the referee's assistant should have been, because that looked like he kept it in, to me, to be fair. And the replay should clear it all up. He's tiptoed across. I cannot see how this has gone out myself. No way. Academic, because he didn't get the cross over, but couldn't see how it went out.
Ivica Kralj. 2.5 minutes left. Yugoslavia's hopes of qualifying for the finals are slipping away. This rainy Belgrade night. Kovacevic. Now Đorđević. Sloppy pass. Straight at Ostat.
Well, they don't need another goal, Slovenia. The players know it. It's all about digging in and defending. So they've got no presence up front now. They'll soak up the pressure.
Well, Yugoslavia trailed 3-0. They played Slovenia Euro 2000. They came back to draw 3-3. They need a few late heroics here. Milosevic trying to beat Gajser. Conditions really are dreadful now. And that attack breaks down. Hope you'll stay with us for a post-match roundup after the final whistle here on ESPN. Plenty to talk about on this busy Wednesday in World Cup qualifying.
What's surprising is that Yugoslavia scored so early in the second half. You really expected them to throw the book at Slovenia and create more, but they haven't. And you have to credit Slovenia for that.
Held up by Simirovic. Bundled to the ground was Zdenović, the local favourite. Didn't go down well with the home crowd. Well, we're in the final minute. Stoppage time to be added on. Ostat. He's run his legs off, Milan Ostat, up front. And that will be a free kick and a yellow card. By my count, that makes it 7 bookings. This one for Đukić. Slovenia, understandably, in no hurry.
Well, fatigue has set in for them, I think, as well, Derek. They've just had to do so much defending. And all he can do now is hope and pray.
Free kick it is. Well, a rasping drive. A shortage of power there. The shots coming in from Milinović.
Well, he'd love to have seen this one rattle the battle net, but He won't mind that Yugoslavia have to chase the ball and time ticks away. Just goes to show how difficult it is playing behind on the international level. Chasing the game is never easy.
Dmitrović dragged down there by Aleš, the captain of Slovenia. Can they hang on? At almost 1 minute of stoppage time. And 5 minutes promised altogether. 4 more to come. It's not over yet. Boban, Dmitrović. Gajser's there to control it.
Well, they're lining up for the crosses. Mahatović, Milosevic and Kovacevic waiting in the middle.
Đorović was out of position. Achimovic.
That's poor. They should have held on to it.
There's this official signal, 5 minutes. Saw the referee put the hand up earlier, 5 fingers. Official confirmation was Đorović. Now Predrag Mijatovic to find support in the middle. Goal kick again. Oh, these fans are so anxious. Frustrating. 1-1 the score. Yeah, 2 minutes into stoppage time now.
Well, the fans in Belgrade have come out in droves, Derek, to see their stars, and most of these players for Yugoslavia don't play here anymore, so it's a rare chance for them to see them, and I think they've been disappointing.
Had that very good spell in the opening 15 minutes of the second half, and it looked as though they might be able to run over Slovenia. Hasn't worked out that way, but here's Gvozdenovic. Milosevic and Kovacevic together inside the box.
That should go to Yugoslavia, in my view.
And it goes the other way. Believe it or not, Jokanović up against Pavlin.
I thought Pavlin made no attempt for the ball, to be fair, and undercut Jokanović. Let's have a look. López Nieto is there. I don't think Pavlin's gone for the ball.
Well, the Slovenian supporters are jubilant. So many of them having crossed the border for this vital fixture. And another free kick decision goes Slovenia's way. Dmitrović anxious to give the ball to the Slovenians. A draw really doesn't help Yugoslavia all that much. It's Achimovic with the free kick. Deciding to have a go straight into that two-man wall. And keeping possession here is vital for the visitors. Che.
That's good stuff. Just keep it in the corner now. That's all you need.
Oh, he had the legs taken away from him. Aleš Che. Gvozdenovic was the culprit.
I think he's making a bit more of it than he was. You heard an almighty shout from Che, but not much of a tackle here. It's been worse in the game.
2 more seconds are wasted. And we've had 4 minutes of stoppage time. 1 more minute to come. A booking there for Gvozdenovic. 4 bookings each now. Achimovic trying to force the corner. Knocked it off, Gvozdenovic. And Slovenia have the ball exactly where they want it.
Pretty much everything's gone Slovenia's way, and dying moments when they expected to be under pressure, they're finding a nice escape route here.
Aleš Che tangling there with Dmitrović. A bit of time wasting here by Slovenia. Che leaving it for Gajser, and I think the referee quite rightly runs out of patience. Gives the yellow card to Che. More time wasting. Gajser with the throw. We've had the 5 minutes of stoppage time, and there it is. Well, it's a 1-1 draw, but it's a moral victory for Slovenia as they inch closer and closer to the World Cup finals. This a bitter blow to Yugoslavia's hopes. The third meeting between these two countries And they've all ended in draws now. And who can say that Slovenia don't deserve this?
Well, not me. I think they've done a magnificent job defensively. They got the goal and hung on superbly.
Final score in Belgrade on a rainy night here. Yugoslavia 1, Slovenia 1. We'll be right back.